Hey everyone, that was new. I have not heard Zoom do that yet. It just told me recording in progress. So warning, warning. Hope y'all had a great week. I just are having a great week whenever you get this, whenever you're seeing it. I just wanted to go over some things with y'all that I'm seeing out in the media right now. The media is misrepresenting and misreporting, and I may be making up words there, so forgive me, about a lot of things that are going on in the travel industry. So I've had clients come in and go, really, I can't go to Hawaii. I'm supposed to go next week. I'm like, no, you can still go. I know that the media reported that the governor said, don't come, but you can still come. That was really aimed at conventions, conferences, that kind of thing. They're trying to avoid the masses coming. So, but you can still go to Hawaii. They definitely have some new protocols in place, as well as New York, New Orleans, and one of the stands, can't remember if it's San Francisco or San Diego, where you have to provide proof of vaccine to get into any indoor venues. So you might want to consider that in your travel plans that you got coming up. I was going to go over Europe. They had a lot of releases this week about their new protocols, and they released something as a whole, but it's still, each country has its own little thing that they can do. So just a few things, just a few that you might be interested in is that Spain is requiring vaccine or proof of recovery to get into it from the United States. If you're unvaccinated, you cannot go. The Netherlands are requiring a 10-day quarantine to come in, but you can opt out of that 10-day quarantine at 5 days with a PCR test. And you have to have a PCR test 48 hours prior to departure, regardless of your vaccine status if you're 13 or older. So factor that in if you're wanting to go to Europe. Ireland, beginning October 22nd, is going to drop almost all of their inland restrictions because 90% of their population has had their first dose of the vaccine. The mask mandate will remain in place. Not sure about travel restrictions yet, and I'm recording this as of September 10th of 2021. And most of this should be in effect still because this is the news I've gotten this week. Proof of vaccine or recovery of COVID recently is required to get into Ireland, or you're going to have to quarantine for 14 days. So some of the easier countries that are, it's hard to say, some of the countries that are easier to get into in Europe right now for we Americans are going to be France, Greece, Italy. Those are going to be your easier ones to get into. I think Croatia is still pretty easy. I'm still a little nervous about going to that side of the world right now with everything going on. So I'm keeping my stuff in Mexico, Jamaica, St. Lucia. Next weekend, I go to Mexico again to tour 8 or 10 different properties for their wedding venues. I also stay at 3 different properties to get a good handle of how they're handling things and see how Mexico is doing. I am seeing some rumors that they may start instituting entry protocols. And then I've been to Jamaica already. Then I'm going to St. Lucia at the end of October. So I'll be able to appraise you of what their entry protocols and what's going on over there is at that point. And then I'll take my very first cruise since COVID in November. So I'm really kind of anxious to see that. That's been kind of all over the place because cruise lines are having to accommodate to all the countries they're going to. They're not just dealing with the United States. They also have to deal with the Bahamas protocols, St. Lucia's protocols, Mexico's protocols, Jamaica's protocols, Belize's protocols, wherever they're going. Europe, same thing. It just depends. The river cruises this week had to change a lot of their stuff because the Netherlands instituted some protocols. So it's just an ever evolving thing. But I will tell you, reach out to your trusted travel advisor and talk to them. They know the places to go and get the true information, the unbiased information. The media is going to report it differently. So take whatever the media says with a grain of salt and do your research yourself, or either reach out to your trusted travel advisor. If y'all have any questions, post them below and I'll try my best to get answers to you or the right links to you. I have a good idea of where to go and what's going on. Right now, I'm sending my clients that are getting ready to travel, I'm sending them links so that they can stay up on the entry protocols because they are constantly and ever evolving, changing. So right now, definitely get you an insurance policy with a cancel for any reason option. You don't want to book any other way right now because COVID is not a covered reason for insurance. So you definitely want that cancel for any reason option. Anyhow, great seeing y'all this week. Haha, seeing y'all. I'll be in touch soon. Y'all have a great rest of your day.